Hello, and welcome to something a little different for the IGCS podcast channel. I'm Debbie Leopold, IGCS Communications Specialist, and I'm here with none other than the IGCS CEO, Mary Eiken. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today, Mary. So, why don't you tell our listeners why we decided to record this podcast today?
Well, thank you, Debbie. And I can't believe you got me here doing a podcast, but I'm thrilled to be here with my year-end message and to connect with our members in this new format. I've set a goal for the team at IGCS to consider doing more podcasts in 2026. So why not challenge myself, right? So as we head into the new year, we're excited to explore new ways of connecting with our global community. And I think this podcast format is going to be one of them.
Yeah, I think it's a really great way for our listeners to hear directly from you, the IGCS CEO, and other leaders along the way throughout the year. So, what message would you most like to share with the IGCS community today?
Well, I thought today, Debbie, I would share some of my guiding principles as a CEO that have really consistently shaped my leadership, my work ethic, and my commitment to being the best that I can be as a CEO.
That's great. I think we'd all love to hear them. What are they?
Okay, so first and foremost, one of my guiding principles is gratitude. I want to express my deepest appreciation to our global community who live our mission every day, recognizing the clinicians, the researchers, nurses, advocates, partners. That dedication fuels our progress, strengthens our collective resolve, and as you know, really motivates and reaffirms our work that we do at IGCS. Growing up, my parents instilled in me and my brothers the appreciation of people and gratitude for the moments that really make life better, that we can express and say thanks through words and small acts of kindness. It still is with me, and I hope I've continued this with my own family.
That's a really good one. It's a good practice, Mary, to practice gratitude. And we all have a lot to be grateful for. And we all know it is those little things that seem to matter the most.
Totally.
And of course, taking time to tell people that you're grateful for them makes a lot of difference. It strengthens your relationships. And I've also heard that practicing gratitude can be good for your stress levels and health.
I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah,
Right.
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So what is your next guiding principle then?
I think my next guiding principle would be impact. You know, at IGCS, impact is our compass. We measure our success, not only by the activities, but by the meaningful, measurable change we create for patients, the providers, and the global community of gynecologic cancer. I remember when we first started doing programming, I thought, how are we ever going to know if we're making a difference? And I think through the reports that we're starting to generate, impact on our mentorship and training, impact in our pre-invasive cancer, and hopefully soon radiation work. I think it's really elevating the standards of care. It's strengthening our global community of clinicians and advocates who really rely on us.
Right. And I know you challenge us all the time to communicate the impact of these programs. I've worked on those impact reports myself, and it's really cool to work with the staff and to work with the volunteer leaders to uncover what really is the impact of this work, say in mentorship and training or education. And I think it validates everybody that's involved to see the progress of their efforts. And if we can show it to them, it can help make a case for that continued support.
I totally agree, Debbie. You know, and like you said, it holds us accountable, right? Each and every day, our amazing team works so hard to give all they have to make a difference. And I really think measuring impact is really the best way to go about doing it.
Right. So what's the next principle on your list that's guided you, your leadership?
Okay, so my third guiding principle is equity. Honestly, if there is one thing that I learned and remember from very early on here at IGCS was the magnitude of inequity that exists in women's cancer care. So addressing inequity to me is at the heart of the IGCS mission. As CEO, I believe our work must consistently confront gaps in access, resources, and outcomes that women with gynecologic cancers face worldwide. Because progress is only meaningful when it reaches every patient in every setting. The decisions we make, as you know, every day, the partners that we work with, the programs, must be grounded in a commitment to fairness, inclusion, and expanding opportunity for those, honestly, historically, that have been left behind. I hope in 2026, equity isn't a theme, but it's our mandate. We work to close the gaps in training and access, prevention, and outcomes with such a great urgency.
Mary, it's really good to hear your thoughts on health equity, as our CEO. Equity is such a big idea and such a big challenge, especially for a global organization, and so many different aspects that need to be addressed to make a difference. So that's why I think as you said earlier, measuring impact is so important to know if we are moving that needle, right? And then, of course, gratitude brings it all together in so many ways because you need that interaction and gratitude and building those relationships to achieve all of this. So I think those three principles are deeply connected. Our audience can learn a lot from that. But I think one thing that really stands out to me about your leadership, and I see you as a personal mentor of mine. Of course, I've known you for a long time now. I think you have a really innate power to bring people together, to trust in collaboration. That's something I think I've learned from you. Because sometimes it's hard to trust in that power of bringing people together. It's easy to kind of do your own thing, and especially if you're really good at what you're doing, to just stay in your lane, and it's sometimes easier, faster. But it's not really true when you have a mission as big as the IGCS. So it's the only way forward for IGCS, and you've shown that to me. I think I've seen the power of that.
Wow, that's so nice, Debbie. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So I've worked with you for going on 19 years now, and I will confirm that we talk about these ideas all the time. You truly understand the reach and I think potential of the IGCS. And so much has changed in the past 10 years since you became the IGCS CEO. And I remember when we first started uncovering the potential of this great organization. So looking forward, what's on the horizon for 2026? Any sneak peeks?
Oh, I'm so excited for 2026. When you get in a place where you've kind of settled in and you get to step back a little bit as CEO and really watch things unfold, unravel, and really, begin to happen. I think soon is going to be a big milestone membership number for us as we close in on 10,000 members. Honestly, it's really a truly professional milestone for me. With that number comes a lot of responsibility, and I know our team will deliver amazingly on this milestone. So yeah, 10,000 members, totally crazy, Debbie, isn't it?
It's wild. And I think we started with like 900 10 years ago and tenfold. Is that it? Tenfold?
Yeah, I know, right? I know. If honestly, I'm sure you agree. If someone would have told us that 10 years ago, we'd be like, "What?"
No, no, you knew. You knew the potential was there. Let's not get it twisted.
Okay, all right, maybe a little. And also maybe a little project with the BBC and their cancer initiative. I'm really excited about this, that the BBC has noticed us. It's a project in collaboration with the UICC. And the fact that we were chosen, that someone noticed us and our work is just really going to be impactful and really help with continuing our reach. And hopefully with my guiding principles, this will all come together as a great project for IGCS and for women.
Right. So the BBC has approached us to do a short, quick, like 5-minute documentary highlighting the fellowship program. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. Really noticing the difference in the burden of cancer and the way in which we can reduce that by our training others, and really digging into some of these lower resourced areas and working with them. We've not decided quite yet which of our programs we'll focus on. They all are amazing. And I'm really excited again that the BBC has reached out to us. So it's a big one for us. Maybe another professional milestone. I can check off the list.
Yes, I love that. Yes. It's great it's going to be great to see the impact that's happening in one fellowship program, but knowing it's also happening in 22 plus other sites around the world. So I can't wait to see how that progresses and to be involved in it too myself. So thank you, Mary. Let's wrap this up. We don't want to take too much time at the end of the year for everyone, but thank you everyone for tuning in. And Mary, I hope you also take some well-deserved time off for the holidays. Any plans you want to let us know about?
No, just spending time with my parents, my kids, and my husband. I'm so fortunate to have all of them in my life. They truly are my number one supporters in all that I do. So I'm going to take the opportunity to enjoy my time with them. And Debbie, I did it. My official first IGCS podcast. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the holiday season as well.
I will. I hope we made this process painless for you. It was my first podcast too, so thank you for inviting me to host you. And I agree, family time is super important for the holidays, and that's what I'll be doing too. Also, some personal time just to relax and just take a moment to reflect. So we wish everybody at the IGCS, friends and members, a peaceful holiday season, and we look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Yes. Happy holidays. Thank you again.